Okay, y'all, let's look at rendering 101. So, geez, let me get out here. I'm sorry. Let's make this big. Okay, so what do I got going on here? I have just pulled in 3 separate audio files. I've got up here just a guitar recording of myself. I've got some weird, glitchy, fritzy digital effects that I made a while ago in Alchemy. And then I've just got a random canned effect of a thunderstorm that I pulled off the web. Cool. All right, let's give it a playback. It might be super loud. Let's hear it. It's all there. And so the project calls for not 3 minutes of audio, but it calls for 30 seconds, in between 30 and 45 seconds, but at least 30 seconds. So, first off, I want to make a timeline selection. Time being time starting at 0 up to 30 seconds. So I'm going to take this cursor here and I'm going to drag it all the way up to 30 seconds, give or take. Boom. Okay, so it's grayed out here, see? So that means I've selected all 3 tracks, starting from 0 all the way up to 30 seconds. Boom. That's a timeline selection. Okay, so I'm going to go to File. I'm going to go to Render. Okay, and so here, where it says Source, come over here to Bounds. Make sure that you have selected Time Selection. You could play around with these other settings, but for now, just do a timeline selection. I personally actually do that in all of my DAWs, be it Pro Tools, be it Logic. It's going to save you a lot of heartache and frustration down the road when you're like, where did my project go? Why is there only 2 seconds? Why is there 10 minutes? Yada, yada. Just do a timeline selection. Boom. Got it. Okay, I'm going to name this Rendering Demo Katie 5000 because I've tried to do this video several times now. And then here is the primary output. We're going to choose a WAV format. Now there's WAV files, there's AIFF, MP3. I think these are probably the most standard. If you're going to pick formats, please pick a WAV file. If nothing else, an MP3. Those are universally understood on all media players, be it in my car or my phone, somebody else's computer. I can send it to my mom in an email and she can open it and listen to it with ease. That's what a WAV file is. It is a universal audio format that can be played back by, I want to say all devices, but I'm sure there's a few, but universally, on different devices across whatever. Boom. Let's use a WAV file. So we're going to render the file. Cool. It's done. We're going to close that. And we're going to find where I saved my project. Let's go into here. We're going to go into Downloads. Kate's Reaper Projects. Rendering Demo. Cool. And so here it is. Here is the file that I want to upload to Moodle. I've named it Rendering Demo KT5000.wave. Let's play it back. Great. It's there, right? That is my mix down. Now, I think maybe what's happening too is folks are just coming in here and grabbing this, the name of their project, whatever it is, the RPP. That is not what we want. I can open that file because I do have Reaper on my desktop. However, all of your files, like the Loud Thunder, Kate's Digital Fritzing, my memo voice for my guitar, are stored on my computer. Likewise, all of those files, audio files that you're working with in Reaper, they're stored on your computer. So if you do upload your session, your RPP, to Moodle, I can open that file, but it will be empty. And that is because all of those things are stored on your personal computer. Now, another reason not to upload an RPP file is, let's say I don't own Reaper. let's say I did send it to my mom, she would not be able to play a Reaper file. Likewise, Spotify or Apple Music, any of these things, they're not going to understand how to read an RPP file. That is native to Reaper itself. Even if I tried to open this file in Pro Tools or Logic, Premiere Pro, any of those things, they're not going to know what it is and how to use it. Again, it is specific and native to Reaper, and this is not the file that you want to be sharing. There is a way to contain all of your audio stuff in a Reaper file. Say you want to collaborate with somebody who's using Reaper. We're not going to get into that right now. We'll talk about it later. But for this purpose, please pay attention to what you're uploading. Another way to check to see if it is indeed the correct file is pull up Moodle on your cell phone and try to play it. Go to the file, go to the upload on Moodle on your cell phone, and you will know right away if it will play back. Another good way to check is when you've uploaded it correctly on Moodle, it will literally show like a play bar, right? Like a little menu player. It's got like the universal arrow, and you press it and it plays. If it doesn't have that, if it just says RPP, it's wrong. This is like super, super important. It's also super easy to mess up and confuse. I know that this is a lot of information we're throwing at you all at once. But this first section, this overview of how you save your projects, where they are, making sure that you're selecting the correct paths in your preferences so that you don't end up like having to search for audio files. Hugely important, and I promise you, take the extra minute, take the extra time to organize those things. And most importantly, when it comes to rendering, make sure that you are selecting the correct file format, because so far, all the stuff that I've heard is awesome. You guys are doing great, and I want to hear it. And you can't share it with the world, you can't share it with me, and you can't share it with your mom if you're doing RPP files. So please, please, please pay attention to what you're rendering out, how you're rendering it, and then lastly, making sure that you're uploading the correct file. Hope that helps. Peace.